Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, of all types of scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam is considered as the king of all type of information and king of all type of knowledge. There is a saying, one type of person never dies. You know who? Sorry, one type of person never tells a lie. Who does not tell a lie? Either you have to be childish, yes, like bache, or it has to be that you are dying soon. Like you are dying within one day or maybe within few hours. So the evidence recorded from a dying man is taken as the supreme evidence, isn't it? Even to today's day. That somebody was dying in the deathbed and he gave some type of evidence. So people take that as a absolute evidence. So like that, Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken to a person who has a limited time of living. Okay? So this person is about to die. His death is certain. And from the very beginning, he would live only for how long? It was 7 days. His life duration was only 7 days. And he was told, you are dying within 7 days. So therefore, please give up everything that is not beneficial for you to take a next destination. And practice what is useful for the people who are dying. Or in other words, please give up your desire to enjoy this world because you won't be here for too long now. Yes? You won't be here for too long. So now, you must understand of God because that's your next friend. Understand completely about Him and attain Him. So he went at the bank of a river. Okay? Why bank of a river? When you go to forest from city, means you are going to the quiet place, isn't it? Because you are so much, bothered by the technology and so much bothered by the noise, so you want to go to a natural environment. So, bank of the Ganges define the natural environment. Or we have made our life so unnatural. Our life is full of unnaturals, right from beginning to end. Isn't it? Life is very unnatural. But when this person, by the name of Maharaj Parikshit, was told that you are going to die within 7 days, the topic that we are discussing today, it is actually the 5th day of his death. He has 2 more days to live. So now a person who is dying at the bank of a river, who is going to die tomorrow or day after, is he interested in listening anything that is not needed? A great king who has already rejected the kingdom. So does he want to hear about how to make big money? He is the king of the planet at that time, Maharaj Parikshit. So he has no interest for the money. He had beautiful wife and he had children. Okay, he rejected them also. He said, okay, you just stay at home because anyway I'm going to leave you tomorrow. Okay? Instead of me crying and mourning for you and ultimately have to leave, I better prepare myself to go. So therefore I want to go and completely serve God and good luck for you. He left. So is he going to ask anything about the family life? Upon his inquiries? No. Everything what he asks at this point is going to be absolutely based on his attainments of God. Nothing else. So this is a topic that is going on right now. So basically, this particular book has 10 different types of topics. Of that we covered 3 already. The first topic was called the Sarga, the creation part. That how the God creates the entire manifestation. And second topic was how He destroys it. Okay? And the third topic was what is the feature of His creation? Or what is created by Him? Okay? So, to answer this third question, what is being created by Him? What did God create? That we discussed on. The last topic that we have been discussing about, what is that? The description of?
Universe.
Universe, yes. He created a universe. And what is the feature of that universe? He described that there are 14 different planetary systems. Of that, where we live is one of them. Like that, there are 14 planets. Okay? So, now sometimes people say, well, going to different planets, they try to go, easily. If traveling from one planet to another planet is so easy, then why is it hard traveling within a planet? We travel from India to America, how difficult is it for you to come first time?
It took 20 hours.
20 hours, that's not only no one has an issue with the plane. Everyone has an issue with the visa most of the time. The procedure that you have to go through. Yes, traveling from here to different countries, big problem, no one grants you access. Now you think within one planet itself, we go through so much traveling. And wherever we go, what do you see? Developments? Yes? Wherever you go, you see developments. You don't have a project from India, they say, okay, you have a project for 2 months, and by the time you come to America, you end up in a desert, there are no buildings. Where are you going to work? So when you talk about the planets, what's the next thing? Infrastructure? The buildings? So you think that within the creation of God, when you go to the higher planetary system, that you are going to find only rocks and water? Or there is going to be some infrastructure of buildings also? Yes? First part is, traveling within this planet is hard. And you think that access to other planetary system is going to be that easy also? So that is illusion, first part. So we talked about the 14 planetary system and what type of people resided where. That we talked about. Because basically we are a tourist, you see. So it's important to know the map of our travel. So we have been traveling all these 14 planetary systems many times already. And many of us are desiring to go to certain places. So it's important to listen and know about the places. And while describing about that, we spoke about one particular place that was intensively described. That is called the description of the hellish planet. Now there are the place that government will encourage you to go, isn't it? And there are the place that they will discourage you and say, please do not go to these areas. It is not good. There is a lot of violence going on. So the scriptures does the same thing. First of all, they will encourage where you can go and where you should go. That is, where do you go? What are the encouragement place that you go to? You go to Vaikuntha. You go to Golokvrindavan. Yes? And if you want little bit changes in your life, you can go to heaven. That's okay. Yes? So that is described in all types of scriptures and religion. Everyone talks about the heaven. Now, there is either talk about the heaven or there is talk about the hell. But what we discuss is the 14 planetary system, between that we discussed. It's not just, this side or that side. Now describing about hell. First of all, the government will tell you, please don't end up in prison. Isn't it? The government will create a prison, but they will tell you not to go. Yes, who has been creating a prison? It's a government. But will the government encourage you to go to prison, or they will say, please take a lot of drug, inject yourself with a lot of heroin, and so you end up in the jail. They don't encourage you. But however, there is, although they created it, they don't want you to go, and there will be precautions that are offered to you. Please, these are the type of things that you need to avoid if you don't want to go to jail. Isn't it? So, these descriptions have to be there. Unless they tell the detail of who goes to jail, you might not even notice that your activities are taking you there. If there is no distinction of activities. So in the scriptures, they will talk about the distinctions also. So right now, from last class, I began to talk about the distinctions. Okay? So what are the type of? Now let's analyze it this way. We understand that this body, or else, why do you go to temple? Or why do you go to church and be respectful? Why? Why do you go to temple or a church and be respectful there? What is the reason?
Ask for Lord's mercy.
Now that's a different. Why? Why do you go to the temple and be respectful? Just like you came here, you are respectful, isn't it? No. Why? Why?
Love.
Because you feel that God is here, yes? And you go to the temple, you go to the church, you feel that Christ is there. So therefore you become respectful. Okay. Now, do you go to the temple or a church with a beer bottle in your hand? Next one. Even those who drink or they eat meat, do you go with a bag of meat to the temple and say, "No, let me just go first of all, take a darshan, but I'll just put the meat to the side, or I'll put my beer bottle or my liquor in the side. I'll see Christ, and I'll go back to home." No one goes like that. Why? Why are you respecting that area? Why?
Holy place.
Because God is there. Yes? And what is the first principle we are taught in a religion? Where is God? And where is, like, tell me a place where there is God and tell me a place where there is no God. You think there is any place where there is no God?
He's everywhere.
No. In the form of cow, He is there. But directly the manifestation of God is within everyone's heart. Yes? So this is not rejected by anyone. None of the religions should reject this part. Now, because there is God in the temple, because there is God in the church, you intend to be very respectful. Okay? What about the Supreme Lord being in your heart then? Why are you not respectful to yourself? Why do you put a liquor within yourself? Why do you put a meat in your stomach when you know that God is in the heart? You understand the logic about it? So therefore, the scriptures, first of all, they talk about what you need to avoid. Because we see God being present in everyone's heart, the body of everyone is like a temple or a church, with a logic and with the same reason why the temple or the church is respectful. Okay? Now, first thing is respect to yourself. That's what it comes with. Those people who don't know how to respect themselves, those people who can't do a justice to themselves. You think that somebody should do a justice to you when you don't do a justice to yourself? You don't want to take bath and take a dirt out of your body. You think somebody is going to come and bathe you? When you are an adult? Yes? In a childish level, when somebody is 2 or 3 years old, okay, parents may help. But you think after some time that parents are going to come and help you? You have to desire to take bath first. You have to clean yourself. That you need to do, the initial step. The first step is cleaning yourself. So in any level of religion, first thing is self-respect. We must have a respect to ourselves. Treating the body like a temple of God. Okay. So those people who can really follow this principle, sometimes people talk about oh God, please protect us, and this is very common. If we ask a question to ourselves one day, say, what am I doing that makes me qualified to be protected by God? What am I doing? Isn't it? When you apply for a job, is there a list of qualifications? So when you are to be protected by, what is your qualification? आपका योग्यता क्या है? That God should come and protect you. Are you behaving in such a way that you should be protected? Or are you acting like a butcher? That there is no reason why he should protect you. Because the things go this way. If you serve your parents, the children see you, isn't it? And what do? They serve you. Okay? Now in the eyes of the children, you did nothing for your old parents. You think that child is going to grow up and start serving you? Yeah? So it's a chain. It's a chain. So first of all, when Sukadeva Goswami talks about the hellish planet, these are the principle he touches into. Okay? First he talks about what? First of all, he talks about a people in a general level who are the disturbing to a society. Those who enjoy torturing someone physically. Okay? Just like they see that, they are just going by, driving very peacefully, they throw the balloon full with water. And they see that this guy is wet. And they go, I got him, he's now suffering, so I enjoy so much. It's a butcher mentality. You think this guy is ever going to go to heaven? He's acting like an idiot. Enjoying in the suffering of others. First thing, the scriptures say the first quality of a person who wants to avoid going to hell, he must be para dukha dukhi. He becomes distressed caused by the distress to others. So when somebody else is unhappy, he becomes unhappy. Okay? Everyone in the world looks after their own circle. Sometimes you see the 4 puppies following one dog. Yes? So the puppies are crossing their mother. Sometimes they are going through inside, sometimes they are going from front, back, and mother is making sure that all these puppies are protected. Isn't it? So a cow is making sure that the calf is protected. Okay? The lion in the forest is making sure that the little lions are protected. And we have 2 puppies, 2 children, and our main concern is just protecting those 2 circles. You understand? It's all life of an animal. Everyone can do that. There is no glories just being a good father or a good mother. That does not qualify for anything. Everyone has that 2 groups. Everyone has 3 families. That is there. Sometimes people consider just being a good person with a moral code or being a good father, yahi dharma hai mera. Everyone has that dharma. Everyone has that duty. Now, this concept of self-respect and respect to others. Now, when this happens, just like if you are a good philanthropical worker who is distributing lot of goods to others, now you will be provided by more goods by being seen distributing to others, isn't it? So the third party is going to come and say, well, this guy is distributing very honestly, so let me give more to him. So when you are so caring to others, there is a reason why God will come and care for you. So that's the first principle. That those people who destroy the life of others in order to protect their own life, those are the first people who will be destroyed. So that may be in the form of eating another animal in order to protect ourselves. Who wants to die? Anyone? Anyone is volunteer to die here? Anyone voluntarily wants to die? Nobody wants to die. Now, how many lives can we produce in a day? Anyone? None. So in both sides we are failures. Neither we want to die, we are attached to. Okay, so we are all young here. We are all under 50 or maybe under 60. And some of our body already started giving a problem. Or somebody who is 90, if you go to 90 years old and say, my dear sir, you can't hear anymore. My dear sir, you cannot see anymore, and you cannot chew anymore. Your body is being useless. Can I take away your body? Is he going to give you the body? Everyone is attached to their life. This is the first principle. Everyone is attached to the life and no one can offer anyone a life. So, do we have a right to take away the life then? Neither somebody wants to die nor we can offer the life. So now, how can we take a life? I'm not talking from any religious point of view. We can't even talk, So therefore, first principle, those people who take away a life, doesn't matter what religion they are from. It's not a question of where you come from. Eating the flesh of others means you deprive them of a life. No one takes birth to voluntarily die. Everyone wants to take birth to voluntarily live. So therefore, you actually destroyed somebody's right here. So first thing we talked about was the animal killing. Second part we discussed about was what? Drinking. Again we talked about principle of why. This body is a temple of God. If you can't treat like a temple and you want to treat like a trash, it's like if I come to you and say, ma'am, sir, I have so much garbage in my home. Can I come and throw in your house? Will you allow it? Please, if you allow the garbage, tell me, I can fill up your house by tomorrow. So no one wants to take the garbage of somebody else and spread in the home. Everyone has a trash. So why are we trashing so much to our life? Why are we gathering so much trash to our life? So second part is drinking. Meat eating, drinking, and illicit sex, it is called. Now, there is called sex with a license and sex without a license. It's like you may be a good driver, but you do not have a driver license. Do you have permission to drive? You don't. Even if you are a good driver, doesn't matter. But if you are a bad driver, but you have a driver license, do you have a permission to drive? Why? Because you have a license. So therefore, scriptures, in any religion, there is this concept of getting married or agreeing to live with somebody for a whole life in a situation of difficulties and hardships and just sharing a life and living together. That is called a licensed life. And other type of life is called unlicensed life. And that is a good punishment to the hell also, according to Srimad Bhagavatam. And now, somebody must, should be a very good father. They are living a licensed life. But in order to maintain this family, sometimes they might be doing the unlicensed work also. Such type of activities can be bondage also. So after boiling all this together and hearing about the hellish planet, the listener who is Parikshit Maharaj, that is there, he becomes very frightened. He says, then nobody can spare themselves from this hell. Everyone is doing some type of aparadha somewhere, yes? Everyone did something. If there is no solution to what we did, isn't it? Means no one is going to avoid the hell. He became very scared. And he says, then there is no point of me listening Srimad Bhagavatam because I will never be liberated. Because somewhere, because one of the principles he talked about was a king. He is a king. He said those kings who go to the forest and hunt the animals that are helpless. Like in older days, the king were allowed to hunt, yes? The Kshatriyas were allowed to eat meat. But you know what the process they have to follow for that? They can't eat an animal that is tied to the house or like tied up to some place that they can't even help themselves. They have to kill the animal that can run away. Okay, tell them, okay, you protect your life. You fight for your life, I fight for my life. Okay, he goes to the forest. He doesn't use a machine gun or anything. He uses the sword to fight with the tigers. Okay, so there may be a chance that instead of him killing a tiger, tiger would kill him also. Because there has to be a fair battle. Okay, the kings were meant to do that. So the animals had an equal chance of protecting themselves from this person who wants to kill them. So to eat an animal, that is, first of all, you keep it tied to the house, to the pillar, the poor animal can't even protect itself. Like in a society, what species of life is a life that everyone must fear? What species of life is a life that everyone must fear? Who? The human. The human is the most fearful life. Because we just, exploit everything. Anything that comes to our picture, we kill. The tiger will go and make a friendship with the tiger, but they won't fight with the tiger. They will make a good family and they will make a good group. They will go for the deers. Okay? The lions have complete attached to their own family of lions. They will be with them, just play around. They will never go in and catch them and start eating them. They will respect that species of life. The lion will respect their species of life. Yes? The monkeys will also respect their species of life. But us, If we don't like, we'll also kill our wife and husband. So according to scripture, we are the most dangerous species. We are not supposed to be the most dangerous. We are supposed to be the most safest, isn't it? That when somebody is in trouble, because sees the human walking there, they must be able to come and smell our feet and say, oh, I'm in danger, please protect me. They should have that power. Or they must have that conviction. Now, no. Simply by seeing human, they run away. Why? Because we are acting very sinful. So, and he said, yes, my dear king, those people who slaughter the animal, by tying them and not giving them a chance to run away. So he's talking about the Kshatriya kings. Because Kshatriyas are the fighter classes. Their duty is to protect society, and their duty is to fight wars also. So now fighting a war, sometimes you might not get a food grains, isn't it? Like you might be in the top of the mountains, that you have nothing to eat. So at that time, they have to go out hunting. But hunting is that, you have equal chance, okay? I'm coming with you, sword here in my hand, okay? And you have the, claws in your hand. You scratch me, you bite me, I'll fight with you. So sometimes the king dies, sometimes the lion will die, or a tiger or a deer will die. But giving them an equal chance. But if those kings that don't give an equal chance and kill the animal, then he talked that those people will go to the hellish planet called the Maha. Sukadeva Goswami said, the speaker. And Maharaj Parikshit did this. He actually killed an animal that was helpless. Not too many sins. Just this sin he is worried about. He said, then no one can avoid this, and not even me. So then Sukadeva Goswami, if he had no hope, you think that he would be hearing this message right now? He is one with a hope. So therefore he talks a topic. He said, no, don't be so fearful. The entire human form of life is life of evolution. Evolution doesn't mean from monkey to human. He's not talking about that. Everyone makes a mistake. There is an accident in every royal road that you travel, isn't it? Even if it is a 4-way highway, 2-way highway, or maybe it is 7 tracks, 9 tracks, 10 tracks, there can be an accident. What is the symptom of a wise man? He learns from the accident he commits, isn't it? So our life should not be a life of an elephant. The example is given here is a life of an elephant. The elephant that goes to the water to take bath. Do you know this logic? That wherever there is a lot of heat, the elephant should go to the water and they will play in the water and they will throw all wet water in their body. Along with that,
Mud.
they come out, they start throwing the mud. So the body becomes dirty. Okay? So when the body becomes dirty and the skin becomes thick, what do they do now? They go to the water again.
Water again.
So they take bath, the skin is again cleaned up. They come out, what do? They throw the mud again. Now, the speaker says, Sukadeva Goswami does not wants us to follow that principle of life. Don't be like an elephant. You commit a sin for a week and you go to the temple or a church for a week and say, oh God, I am a sinner, I sinned last week. Please free me from that sin. And you go again home and start sinning again. Isn't it? What is the jail meant for? Reformation? That you need to correct yourself. Now if you say that you come to go to the jail and you come out, by the time you come out of the jail, you will even become more, stronger criminal. What is the point of the jail then? So what is the point of atonement that are described in the different scriptures if atonements don't help us anyway? Any point? No points. So therefore, the principle of is this. Understand that I have committed a problem. Everyone commits a mistake. This is a human defect that is understood by God. Everyone commits a mistake. But another quality of a human is to learn from the mistake. Okay? If committing a mistake and learning about a mistake does not help you to avoid a mistake, what's the point? Okay? So now that's what Sukadeva Goswami goes for. He says, don't worry what you did. Okay, many of us did many things also. Don't worry what you did. But understand what you did was wrong. Correct yourself. Then he said, correct yourself. Then Sukadeva Goswami or Parikshit Maharaj said that is it going to help me out? Is there a chance that I can be corrected? Or can I correct myself? When he asked this question, he said, yes, it is possible. And I will give you an example of one person here. Okay? Now he takes an example of one individual.